Let's get it.
All right, welcome back to Manhattan's Voice. This is episode 2.
Salutations, friends.
My name is Julian West.
My name's Nicole Miranda.
And I am David Contreras.
You can say the middle name.
I didn't want to pull that bit again, but I'll probably do next time, so who knows.
Yeah, welcome back to episode 2. As you can probably already tell, we're much brighter. We're up in the production value here. We really needed a light in here last time, so we have one. We're sweating for y'all.
That's showbiz, baby. That's showbiz.
It's just what we got to do.
The thrill of show business.
Yeah. So.
Oh my god, my voice is. I was like.
So we've got another pretty
banger
packed
for
show
you
for you
guys.
guys. More topics than last week.
Yeah.
So let's not dilly dally too much.
Let's not
Beat around the bush.
No time wasted. Let's get right
I
into it.
guess.
Time is
Straight to business.
money.
Time is
So,
money.
what is the first topic we have today for us? It is.
So, right after our introduction, we're
Yeah.
starting with.
I was like, wait, what?
We're starting with basically a plug for ourselves. As you could probably tell from our Instagram, Manhattan's Voice Pod, Manhattan's Voice _pod.
Now at 102 followers, by the way. Shout out to all
As
of
of
you.
right now,
Very
that
appreciative.
is a real time count.
We hyped it up at the orientation that just happened.
Yes,
so
we're
we'll talk
gonna
more
talk
about that.
about
We'll talk
orientation.
about more of that.
Yes,
More
yes.
of that later.
So we have a website now.
Yay.
You'll see a link for it somewhere. We'll probably link it in our Instagram bio very soon.
I hope.
But our website is up. That is the main source for our podcast, and then we'll be distributing to other services, just like
Like Spotify?
like Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, is he wanting
I forgot
us
my
to
line.
finish?
Yeah, a little
I
stage
mean-
fright there. I'm sorry. I didn't
I
know
was
what my
waiting.
Yeah,
line
sorry. Kind of a little rusty, I feel like.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. It's the heat. It's getting to me.
But yeah, we are.
You're fine. You're dragging it.
We're on Spotify.
Yeah, dude.
Spotify and
Big
other. What
money
are the other
moves, bro.
platforms too?
So we have submitted our
Fingers
podcast to
crossed,
Apple
yeah.
Podcasts.
Okay.
We'll be verified hopefully within the next few days.
Okay.
We need to be indexed by Google's algorithm first before they can add us to Google Podcasts, but they'll find us. They'll find us soon.
It's so funny
yeah, no.
because when Julian talks about like all this tech, we're just like
He knows
David
what he's
and I,
talking about, no.
and we're just listening. We're just like, all right, guys, we're just gonna
Hey.
let Julian do that, do whatever he
Like I
has
said,
to
Julian's the
do.
brains.
He's
Yeah.
like audio interface something, and I'm like, all right, we have this big board right next to us, and it has a
It's
lot
a
of keys.
big board.
It's a big board with nice colors. No, not nice colors.
It has lights on it.
Yeah.
Is that green? Wow.
Red.
Yeah, that's the engineer in
Yeah,
me coming out.
so-
I hate it.
we're
No, but we
we're
love
making,
it
we're
because
making money moves.
yeah, because if we didn't have you, I feel this wouldn't be here. This
If it was
wouldn't.
me and her, we'd be sunk in the
if it was
we wouldn't be
just-
made it to
I'd
episode
still
2.
listen to the podcast.
We would have definitely been still trying to figure out like how to record the first trailer. Like, all right,
Dude, I didn't
when
even
are we
know this
gonna
room
do
existed before this podcast. So
I knew it existed, but I forgot. Like, I didn't even know it was this kind of big. I thought it was smaller in a way, but it's
I
actually
thought you
not
meant the room
small.
across the hall. That's
Yeah,
what I thought
no.
you were talking about.
But
Anyway, I'm flattered. Thank you guys.
I'm
Yes, no,
glad.
please. Thank you, Julian. Please don't ever
Please
leave.
Don't leave us. Oh my god, and he's a year older than us, so he does leave before us.
Stop.
All right, so you're not
stop.
leaving anyways.
No,
anyway.
we're not talking about that.
We'll
The
save-
fu-
we'll
the future
savor the
doesn't
time with
exist.
you, yeah.
The future doesn't
I
exist.
live in the now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because global warming.
Yeah.
If we make it that far, yeah.
So yeah, our website's up. We're on Spotify.
What is that
Apple
website again?
Podcasts. We are at Manhattan's Voice
If you're the-
hyphen
www.manhattansvoice.
https
Oh.
:/
This is why we
Manhattan's
keep
Voice.
him around, bro. He
Yeah,
knows his
'cause
lingo.
He knows. But we'll definitely have a link.
I'm sorry, Manhattan's Voice
Manhattan's
dash.
Voice simplecast.com.
All right,
Cool.
all right. So bougie. Okay, sort of, kind of.
Check that bad boy out.
Thank you, Simplecast, for hosting our podcast and giving us the capability to distribute to all these other services.
Feel free to sponsor us.
Yeah, yo, if you want to pay for that monthly
no,
fee,
for sure.
then we's out here, because
You want to help some struggling college students?
yeah,
Wear your
that's
gas.
already us right
We would,
now.
we would definitely appreciate it.
All right, so besides the intro, we had to introduce our website. That's up and coming, which is great. And so you guys don't have to go on YouTube if you wanted to see our
If you want to watch the full video,
you
it's
want
You want to
always
see our
It's-
lovely faces?
We're
feel
I
free
always-
think
to go
we're
on
a
our YouTube.
beautiful group. We're all really good looking.
At least I am.
Yeah, especially David.
I don't know.
you know.
I don't know about this side of the table.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Or like this side, but it's fine. It's fine. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, we're always gonna upload these to YouTube as well. If you feel like watching and listening at the same time, then feel free. They're always going to be there along with the other sources, so no worries there.
Mm-hmm. We love it.
I think that's
we won't put obnoxious ads before things like TikTok ads.
No TikTok ads.
Oh my lord! If I gotta watch one more of those things, man, I swear.
I like TikTok, but let's not get into that.
Let's move past. Let's move past.
Let's talk next podcast.
Debating on whether
we'll bring a famous TikToker on to defend TikTok.
I saw one today.
Really?
I saw a TikToker today.
Oh,
back in my day, we had Vine, bro.
Yeah, these new kids.
These whippersnappers, man, they're on their TikToks, singing to their songs.
Anyway,
it's okay.
Let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Radio lingo. I like that. That's good.
I didn't get it. Okay.
Starting with Manhattan Henge.
Oh yeah,
Manhattan Henge.
Love seeing tourists sitting in the middle of the street.
I was one of those people standing. I
love seeing these tourists and students in the middle of the street.
For the people who don't know what is Manhattan Henge, what is that? Because I'm kind of part of that group. I know it's like
so
you'll say it a lot more gracefully than I will, so I suggest you say it.
Yeah, you say it, Julian.
The word Manhattan Henge is itself a mashup of Manhattan and Stonehenge. Stonehenge. Let's do a little history lesson here.
Yes.
Stonehenge
England,
is Stonehenge is in England.
Shout out to the British.
No. Somewhere in Europe.
Scratch that.
Just say Europe.
Shout out to Europe.
Just say Europe.
Shout out to the continent of Europe.
Doesn't know what he's talking about.
I've never been to Stonehenge.
I haven't either. I want to go.
Shout out to whoever made Stonehenge.
Stonehenge was built in the BC
isn't that still
era.
A mystery?
I don't think we really know who built it. It was probably the aliens. Area 51, what's up?
See you guys at Area 51.
See you guys at Area 51.
If you we'll all link up there.
Yeah. We're going to be hosting an episode at Area 51. It's going to be tight.
So Stonehenge
My boy Kling Goksu is going to be on the episode. It's going to be a cool one.
Shut up. Okay.
Okay, so Stonehenge, built somewhere in Europe. It's a stone structure with, I believe it's 12 pillars that line up with the sun at different parts of the year. That's
not in our budget. We kept it in New York style.
That word was combined with Manhattan to make Manhattan Henge, because Manhattan Henge is a yearly phenomenon when the sunset lines up with Manhattan street grid.
Wait, is it only one time a year?
It's I think 4 days a year. But
there's
the conditions vary. So sometimes you only see half the sun. I believe 2 of the days you'll only see half the sun. 2 of the days you'll see the full sun. I saw the full sun.
So 2.
Flexing on us like that. Look at you.
He's like, yeah, I saw Manhattan.
Yeah, it's whatever.
What'd you see? The moon?
I took a picture. It was on my Instagram. So.
Yeah, it was on my Instagram.
I put it on my Instagram story. But right now,
follow Wow, it's Julian.
Yeah,
that's how I saw the Manhattan.
This is a reminder to myself right here in post to add pictures to the video so that you guys can see what I saw
right here.
So yeah, that's an incentive for you to go and I guess take a peek.
Go and
at
follow
the
Julian
video.
on Instagram. Yeah.
Maybe follow me or just look at our YouTube channel.
Definitely follow. Definitely follow Julian. He's got the most interesting content.
I try.
What was my last
comment?
Mine was my old. We'll get into that later.
But hopefully there's some pictures on screen for you to see. Otherwise, follow me
right
on
here,
Instagram.
and here.
Manhattan Henge was sick. I think it was my first time ever seeing it in person.
Ooh.
So yeah, I think it was a really fun experience for everyone that was there, because literally every time the light turns red, people dash into the street. You're standing in the sidewalk, and you've got your phones up, you've got your cameras out, Everyone's a
photographer all of a sudden.
Sometimes people will still be in the street when the light turns green, so cars start honking.
That's you. They're going to be there anyway.
But they understand the reason why everybody's in the street is because of the picture.
But it's funny as well. There were people literally hanging out of their cars, taking pictures.
Yeah, so everybody's on the same boat. Everybody wants to get that picture, that content to upgrade their Instagram.
And it's funny because the event only lasts about 10 minutes. So after those 10 minutes, everyone just leaves.
Oh, shoot, I didn't know.
Let's get out of Manhattan, for God's sake.
I feel so stupid because I was just like, wow, it's only for 10 minutes? That's it?
But,
it's not
but
all night?
Pictures, it
lasts forever.
The sun is just stuck there.
It's only 10 minutes, guys, but the pictures, they last for a lifetime. And so that's the important part.
Until you delete them off your photo album. And then
because you don't have storage, because Apple or whomever doesn't want to give you that much storage.
That's an Apple problem.
Yeah.
Look at this. Because
you have Google.
Over here. Look at this guy.
Sorry, Mr. Google.
How's the view on your high horse, friend?
That's great.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Great.
I upload when Apple decides to send me a message saying iCloud is full every 5 seconds, that's when I upload all of my pictures
iCloud?
See, the thing is,
iCloud?
I don't back up my stuff.
No, I don't back it up, but
I do.
I put my pictures on Google Photos.
What do I have to lose?
Yeah, me too.
My pictures from senior prom. I don't need it.
I just take.
I do. I keep my pictures to 250. That's it.
250.
That's it.
That's not a bad idea.
I know.
I don't.
Check on your phone to see how much you
don't
have.
have time.
I don't.
Guys, we have a lot to discuss.
I'm not trying to be a hoarder on my phone. No, thank you.
Anyway, all right, let's move on from that.
Wait, side note. At the moment, I have a 1,685 photos.
Preposterous. I'd have a heart attack. But go on.
Because I have a lot of little shoots with. No, most of the pictures are us right now for the podcast.
I wouldn't delete those pictures either, but it's whatever.
Yeah, you like gold's right there.
All right.
All right. So speaking about people in the streets, another event that had people in the streets is the blackout that happened. I wasn't in the city.
First of all, just for the record, were any of us here for that?
I wasn't in the city, so thank God.
Here's the thing.
Bro.
I was here.
Ooh.
And no. But
where?
my
Where
power didn't go out. I was on.
Are you serious?
It was like.
I was on the Upper West Side. I think I was literally blocks away from where the power.
Oh yeah, because it was only from what was it like 42nd to 72nd?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, my mom. I was in Minnesota, and my mom called me, and she was just like, "Nick, there's a blackout. Like, are the girls in the city?" Girls referring to like my best friends as Sarah and Aaron.
And
Shout out to them. Okay, whatever. Because if there were, then like my
Answer
mom
to come in, just pick them up.
Yeah, definitely. My mom is that type of person. She's very loving mom.
Shout out to moms.
She'd be like, "Oh my gosh, they gotta get somewhere. They gotta be safe. Like all this stuff." And she was even saying that when I told her they're not in the city. But she was like, "I'm so glad you're not in the city." And I was just like, "Yeah, Mom, I'm glad I'm not in the city too. Then thanks for taking care of me." She was like screaming on the phone. I was like, "All right, Mom."
My mom kind of panicked too, but I was like, "What are you calling me for?" Because like I didn't know.
Yeah, that there was a blackout.
That it started when my mom called me, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm good.
I'm fine, Mom."
My mom was fine.
I'm chilling. I'm eating like.
You were in Long Island.
No, my mom got tickets for that JLo show that got canceled. Like, pushed it to Monday. Yeah. She got tickets for that, so win-win. Bro, I've never been more happy to be in Long Island except that blackout. Literally, I'm like, "Oh, dude,
honestly,
bullet dodged, bro."
No, I actually wanted to go out in it. Like after the fact,
it's just
like
cool.
Bro,
the power
must have been so hot out around here, bro.
It was probably hot,
Musty.
but think about it. Like there are no lights on.
There's no ACs on, bro.
Oh yeah.
There's no ACs, bro.
I wasn't thinking.
I'm not about to, bro. I would have been sweating up a storm out there.
That's why you go outside and walk around in the dark.
Nah,
I think that would have been great.
Surrounded by water.
I could have taken some awesome pictures.
Yeah, you definitely could have.
Have you guys seen that video of the guy directing traffic?
Oh yeah, like some like New Yorker, like he literally gets out.
He walked into the intersection and started like directing traffic because the stoplight was
weren't
out.
gonna do it.
But yeah, I wish I had gone out in the blackout. I missed out.
Said no one ever.
I missed out on some picture opportunities.
Yeah, no.
But
it's okay.
I saw it on Instagram.
well.
Good enough for me.
Oh well.
Hey, there was another blackout. Like this was the first. I think the first blackout was in. It was like 40 something years ago. Or something
I think
like
it was
that.
20 something.
Oh,
I don't know. I saw a different number.
Never mind.
But
the blackout.
But there was also a blackout
77
in 2003, wasn't it? Because I saw an article and like all the lights were
I don't
shut
think it was
off.
as bad, maybe. Yeah, talking about the one in the 70s, right?
I have no idea. It's
there was a bad one in the 70s.
The reason this is so big is because like the power really doesn't go out in Manhattan.
Yeah,
Did you see that picture of Times Square? Like just
that's
half out.
creepy.
I've never seen that.
It looks
I haven't
like
seen the
I Am
photo.
Legend out there, man. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Really?
It's wild.
I haven't seen it.
Like
so I'll look it up later.
all the billboards and like signs were just off.
That never happened.
It was
It was
crazy.
weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
Literally, I think the best thing, because 42nd is always packed, and when
Yeah.
I went on this conference, like I'll talk about that later, but we were talking about 42nd, how it's always packed because everybody goes to 42nd to see every like Times Square and stuff like that. But if you go there at like 4:30 in the morning, literally no one's there.
Yeah.
And I've been there.
Oh, Jesus, what?
I've been there at like
Only homeless people, yeah,
I've been
and
there
like
at
strangers.
2. I've been there at like 2 in the morning, and there's
Oh, okay.
like
yeah.
there was a little moderate crowd. But it
Yeah,
wasn't,
dude, I don't
wasn't
think
too
it
bad.
ever
Wait,
quiet around
the
here.
first night that I ever went out to like when I moved into the dorms my first year, the first night I went out, we ended up staying out really, really late at night, and we like met this whole group that I was with. We met some people on the bus. No, on the bus. On the train. Who
The bus.
Don't touch me.
Yeah. But no, we took the train and then we saw these other people and then like everybody just became friends with each other and I was just like, okay, sure. And they're like, let's get off at 42nd. So we got off at 42nd and it's like
no one ever.
literally a huge
Times
group.
Square.
Let's go to Times Square.
I'm telling you, there
want
was
to
like
sweat and be close to everyone. Let's go to Times Square.
No one was there because it was so like late. But there was like 20 of us and we're just like, what the heck is going on? And
I kind of want to see that now.
but it was cool. Not gonna lie, it was like a one. Well, definitely not.
When it snows a lot, when I walk through, it's pretty.
Snow?
When it like that, those blizzards last year, they were like pretty.
I can't wait for snow. That's a different topic.
I don't like summer. I don't like summer.
I hate summer. My thighs don't like summer. My face doesn't like summer.
My thighs said no.
My thighs hate
no, I don't do that.
summer so much. You know, what is it? Chafing is a real thing.
Preaching to the
Chafing
choir.
is the worst thing I've ever encountered. That's why you will well, I hate wearing shorts regardless.
Pros and cons of having great thighs. Chafing.
Yeah.
We all feel that struggle here.
Amen.
Yeah, no,
Amen
sure.
to that.
And then
Amen
like
to
since
that.
I wear makeup, like I'm just like sweating and I'm just like trying not to move. Any sudden movements will like have like my mustache full with sweat and I'm like, okay,
Bro, you
when
want
is
to talk
this
about you want to talk about sweaty mustaches?
Oh yeah, you got a full.
This thing's a sponge on my face.
I mean, sometimes
If
when
I drink
come...
water, it'll soak it up, and I have to put a napkin on my face to just.
That's hilarious.
It's gross.
Damn.
All right.
Struggles of mustaches.
Away from
my sweaty mustache.
Our sweaty mustaches.
Away from,
I always gotta clean it.
Yeah.
away from liquids.
Say hi,
Let's talk about
guys.
orientation. Yeah, drink some water.
Orientation. Shout out to the newbies out there.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just
Welcome
finished
aboard.
orientation today.
Orientation number 1.
That's why
Number one.
if
Number
you
one,
guys are listening to this podcast instead of seeing it, then you can't see my NYT shirt. It's an old
You
shirt
can
from
probably
last
see
year.
it.
I have an
if you're
NYT tattoo on my back, but I don't feel like showing it right now.
He's lying, but
It's a full back tattoo.
Yeah.
Like it's got the bear there and everything.
Yeah.
shut
Ruined.
up. Okay. Anyways, so basically, this was the first orientation.
Numero uno, yes.
2019. It went awesome. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it went great. Yeah, we got-
For it started. Everybody had like tours and stuff like that. I know me as a peer advisor. People came to the AEC center.
Yeah, you
to-
knew like a couple people before.
Yeah,
they even
yeah,
booked it. It was like, hey, there's you again.
Yeah, and then because I was their peer advisor to create
Yeah.
their schedule, so they came to AEC and I told them a little bit about like the podcast and like about the
free
paper.
promo,
I
why
was
not?
just like,
Well,
hey
yeah.
guys, like check me out later, and then you'll get some lollipops.
Hey, have you heard about my podcast?
You know what's a
Yeah.
really good podcast? Manhattan's Voice. It's
Yeah.
really
Have you guys heard
good,
about
dude.
that?
Yeah,
So
literally
good.
that's all we kept saying for like
Crazy, man.
an hour. But yeah, so kids came and I promoted AEC, obviously because I work for them, so I got to do that.
Shout out to AEC.
Thank you for hiring me and paying some
Yeah.
money to my account. Direct
Thank you for
deposit
occupying
just
Nikki.
hit. Yeah, so they came and then towards 4, then that's when we went to the library and then we set up. They didn't even have a card for us to set up.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I had to set up a picture on my laptop.
Yeah.
You know, we're improvising.
Because we weren't just setting up for the podcast, we were setting up for the Manhattan Globe, which is like
Shout out to
the
the Manhattan
newspaper,
Globe.
the newspaper at NYT,
Jeffy.
which is what we're doing the spinoff of. So we had to create our own little thing. It's okay because we had Julian's laptop, and then I had lollipops and I had a bunch of signs, I had a bunch of flyers, like not only for the podcast but for like the newspaper, so students can take, and then sign up sheets and issues of the last paper. Definitely we'll run out of all of those hopefully in the next 2, which is next week. So there's one on Tuesday
Yeah.
and one on
I brought all
Thursday,
of
the
those,
next
so yeah,
orientation.
I don't think we're running out anytime soon.
Yeah, no. So it's awesome because we met a couple kids that are very enthusiastic.
Very, very.
Yeah,
no,
if
no.
you,
about this.
This is the future of Manhattan
We
Globe.
If
love
you're-
that though. I
Yeah,
love
no.
the enthusiasm because like he was just like, I like your enthusiasm too, and I was just like, yes, I love that. I need that.
Yeah, no. That,
Come.
Shout out to those people that stopped
Yeah, we won't
by.
say any names, but yeah, shout out to those. You know who
Shout
you are.
out
You
to the
know
one
who
with
you
the
are,
L.
man. You know who you are.
The what's his name with the L?
Don't-
No,
let's
no
not
names.
say it.
No
He's-
names. No names.
He knows who he is.
You know
Anonymous.
who you
Yeah, you know who you are.
but you're awesome. We love
Yeah,
you.
no.
But
And for
definitely.
those who
Just went by us.
no, for those who followed us and earned their lollipop,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
shout out to you. But those who stole the lollipops, shout out to you again, bro.
We-
Wow.
Yeah, watch yourself.
Yeah.
I know.
So what?
We know who you are. I took a picture of you. Watch yourself.
So basically, what I was trying to do, I went to Party City yesterday, and not only did I get this lovely poster, so we could take pictures of kids with
Hashtag I am Manhattan's Voice.
Yeah, our new hashtag created by your own true only one
Weird
and
flex,
only.
but okay.
Only?
Yeah, whatever. It's called now hashtag I am Manhattan's Voice, which is awesome. It's
Once
like
again,
perfect.
hashtag I am Manhattan's Voice.
Yes.
Use it. Tell your friends. Tell your family.
So basically, I bought lollipops and like some like
What
a sort
the
of vase.
dum dums?
all
What do you
about
got
those
on
Dum
Dum
Dums.
Dums?
No, they're delicious.
Oh,
I'm saying.
okay.
Dum
I was
Dums are
about
the best.
I was about to say
The
you
blueberry?
wanna-
The
okay.
blueberry?
Yeah, so we bought the lollipops, and if they followed like the counts, and they'd got lollipops, but some kids just reached their
Some
hand.
They just
Yeah.
walked up and took them.
Got
Yeah,
caught,
like, who?
hand caught in the cookie jar.
Yeah, and then we're just like, and then when some kids came
know
up,
who
I'm
you are.
like, you should really follow us. And then
You know who
take
you
one.
are. I'm looking right at you. I know who you are.
Stop. Yeah, but it went great. The energy.
Oh yeah.
Really looking forward to this upcoming semester.
Yeah.
All the clubs there were super, super great.
Yeah.
The fraternity, sororities.
Yes.
All
Shout out
that's-
to Teak.
Yeah, so he's part of Teak. I don't know if we're gonna advertise that.
No,
but-
no. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, so it went good. We talked to SGA president, which is
Yes,
Andre
good friend of
Schultz.
ours.
Shout out to
Good friend of
Dre.
ours.
Yeah, so we're gonna start. Right now, the old editor in chief didn't really promote Manhattan Globe as like a club.
Ooh, shots fired.
No.
Whoa!
no.
Wow! Beef alert.
Do we need to? You need to calm it down.
Stop! I wasn't even saying it like that. Okay, I was saying.
Introducing our guest, the ex-editor in chief.
No, I was saying it like because we are labeled as a club, but they didn't even have our sign up
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
didn't really
No
think.
respect.
Yeah, exactly.
No respect.
Basically, so I'm trying to gain back that respect as the newest editor in chief of NYT Manhattan Globe. I was about to
Took
say.
it personally. She's coming
I
back
took
to y'all.
it very
No, that's
personally.
good.
I already talked to a lot of people about rejoining the club scene and having like students come in, getting them to join, doing events, and like having if you don't take it as a class, you could do it as a
Yeah.
club, freelance, whatever.
Freshman or not, anyone's welcome to join. If
Exactly.
any of you are interested in
Any
joining the Manhattan
major?
Globe, please feel
Any
free to reach out
major,
to us.
any age, anything.
Yeah, any age for sure.
Whoever
Absolutely.
you are, even if you're staff, if you want to write, come. So definitely
And,
excited.
And like I said earlier, Manhattan Globe being a club is a win-win.
Yeah,
because,
definitely.
For all you freelancers out there.
Those people that participate, they get exposure for their writing, their photography.
Practice.
And I want to do more columns, like,
yeah, shorter
reviews
stuff,
and stuff like that, and more engaging. I have like an awesome idea for the paper, how like the layout is on the last page. So I already have some ideas, and definitely when we meet with the group, when all of us meet, I'm gonna lay all my ideas out and then have everybody else give me their ideas, and so we can collaborate, and so it could be awesome, not only with just the paper but with the podcast too. So if they don't want to say anything on paper, they can tell us in podcast, like doing the podcast.
For all those already enrolled, we'll see you there.
all the
Thank
four
you
people.
very much that
Yeah.
signed up, the people that signed up. Hopefully, if you see us at orientation again, please sign up if you're interested. It's going to be a great time.
Or
Yeah,
just take a
definitely.
picture with me. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
just
'Cause
just
you're
with
the best
David.
looking. You're the best looking.
Just David.
Hi guys. I'm the most picturesque.
He's the most photogenic.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome.
Yeah, no. If you want, we will take a picture with you and our frame.
Yes.
Put it on our story.
We'll travel around with it.
We'll
for
give you the promotion that you deserve.
Definitely. This is awesome. I'm so excited. I keep
so-
saying that. I'm so annoying. I'm sorry. I'm so excited.
It's fine to be excited.
The
I'm
nerve. She just keeps saying it, bro. I'm tired of it.
She's so annoying.
For
I
God's
asked
sake.
David if I was annoying, and he was just like, "Yeah, you're so annoying." Yeah, that's why we're all here.
That's the thing, though. We're all annoying.
I
It's the
like to
trio of
stay.
annoyance.
I like to stay neutral.
Nah, you're really annoying, Julian.
Yeah, Julian's
I'm
just
tired
like,
of
I'm
it, truthfully.
I'm,
Nah,
I can.
it's fine.
This is my last episode, guys. I'm sorry.
If only. Just kidding. Just kidding. Please
It's
don't
okay
leave.
if you
Please,
like
please.
that. Don't
Please,
leave
please.
us. No. Just kidding. So yeah.
Um,
So now.
So yeah, orientation was good. Looking forward to more.
Yeah, no, we'll see
Two
you in
more next
episode
week?
2 and 3. Oh,
No, this is the
we,
second one. What are you talking about?
I thought there was 3 in total.
No,
what-
this is the
we have a
second one.
trailer.
We have
This
the
is the
trailer?
second
Oh, I thought you meant
episode.
orientation. I'm talking about orientation.
Oh,
Like
the
orientation
second,
number
the
2.
third one. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
You
was
said
just like,
episode, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah. Okay, I misworded it.
Anyway.
all right, it's okay. It's okay. Be
Anyway,
like,
God, the nerve of this.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been fun, guys. Take it easy.
Before we get to our main topic, we decided to talk about something more topical. Well, our main topic's still topical, but something that's going on really, really recently. The whole face app
Oh,
trend.
hell yeah.
Obviously, if you're on the internet, you've seen these pictures of celebrities
I love it.
and
I love it.
prominent figures having their pictures input into this app called FaceApp,
Dude,
making them look
Have
old.
you done it, though?
This
Have you
isn't
done it?
sponsored.
I
though
haven't
by
done it
FaceApp.
because
wild.
there's a
It's
reason
really
why.
good.
There's a reason why I haven't done it. We'll get into that. But obviously, you've seen
he
these
doesn't want to
pictures.
think about the future.
Friends and
Getting
family
old
are doing
scares
it.
you? Is that it?
People on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Lots of people are doing it. It's very popular right now. But within the past, I'd say day or two, there have been a lot of news outlets talking about privacy concerns, not
Ooh.
only with this app, but I guess apps similar to it.
Okay.
It's a lot of people have done studies on like what this app connects to, and like there's whole like there's a lot of like
things that go
technical stuff that gets into
Comes
this.
Julie to rain on the parade.
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
Julie, we're just trying to see how we look in the
I wanna be
future.
old,
That's it.
Julie.
I'm sorry, guys.
I definitely don't want to be
I don't want to
old.
be ID'd anymore, so I'm just gonna be an old man now.
I gotta
look like I'm
ruin all the
12.
fun.
I don't.
Anyway,
'Cause you're like 12 times.
Because
Because you're a number.
there are a lot of
12 times
studies,
2.
and it turns out that the main servers and the creator of the app are all based in Russia, who we don't
Shout
have
out
the
to the
best
Russians.
relationship.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I just peeped at my Apple Watch because one of my best friends texted me and she was saying something about Russian and then about face, and I was like, what the heck
that
is
she was probably talking about.
We're
Yeah.
tying it together, man.
Oh, wait a minute, let's see. Look
The
up.
thing is,
They're
We-
gonna deep fake me saying something bad.
I mean, there are some deepfakes coming out of Russia.
Wow, I'm dead. She said Face app can do whatever they want with our faces and is Russian owner. What?
Yeah.
Okay, she's a little right.
I mean, she's right.
All right, that's it.
We love that.
We love a
grammar.
good source.
Yeah, I mean,
From. I'm not gonna say her name.
obviously in our
throat.
political climate right now, we don't have the best relationship with Russia, and I think that's
Keeping it playful.
Yeah, we're keeping it
Love
light.
it.
I think that this sort of brings up a bigger concern over other apps because in a report that I was listening to, another podcast, they were
podcast?
they were
Should we shout
talking
them out?
about shout out to NPR for the information. They were talking about how some of the policies that this app have, they can be a little strange, but they're also
I'm not saying just a little. It's
but
probably a lot
they're
of.
also not rare. They're actually kind of commonplace. Where there was one
Facebook?
specific that they went over, where the privacy policy states that the app can store all of the pictures you store on the app for as long as they want to,
What the truck?
unless you specifically send in a request to the company to
Who is
delete
gonna
your
take
data.
their
Can you
time?
And
please
then-
not do that?
And then
guys.
after you submit that request, it's possible that
Yeah,
you
they'll
don't know
still
if they'll
have
really
it.
do it. But this same term is very similar to something that Instagram has, which is
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that a lot of us use.
All right.
So
Dude, I've got, like,
obviously,
1,200 posts. They have
this-
it all.
But just
they have it all.
But just imagine like that one person that would do that. Be like, hey, Russian owner, can of app-
David again.
Hey, app of you didn't respond. Hey, it's David again. You didn't respond to my prior email, so I'm just following up. Did
Just
you
in case.
delete
did
all
you
my
delete all my
stuff?
pictures?
Yeah.
Can I get
Like
them
all
back?
of them?
Yeah. Are you sure? Can I check your database? I'll fly to Russia right now
Yeah,
and see.
I'll get a round trip ticket. I'll be over there in a couple days.
Putin's just
Yeah.
got a photo vault of my face.
I'm gonna search through your database. Yeah, you end
What
up.
is this?
You end up
Russian spies probably like these
you end up in the
Americans.
Kremlin.
What a
and
joke.
there's like a framed picture of you on Putin's desk.
Old face.
Yeah. No. Definitely.
I like that picture.
But isn't that a big thing?
David, my favorite. All right, that was definitely not appropriate.
Yeah, I couldn't do Putin.
Sorry about that.
All right. Well, isn't it like the whole thing with Facebook too? That Facebook spies on your phone and like even having the app or like messages. The app.
Facebook. Okay,
Dude, Facebook
This-
is for moms and for people with too much political
Yo,
opinion.
This-
chill,
this is-
chill, chill. My
Literally.
mom
There's a
tells me to
bit
go on
of-
Facebook to view
Literally
people's
to prove my
posts.
point.
I have
you
I have a
ready?
bit. I'm a little bit biased just because I don't like Facebook as a company.
Amen.
But the Facebook platform is a mess. They've been
For
through
older
they've been through
generations.
so many scandals. There's been so many leaks.
Oh.
So many like,
Hashtag bring back MySpace, bro.
MySpace is back. I mean, it's not as big as it used to be.
Man, I
It's okay,
don't.
guys. I'll put you in my top 5.
Yeah, yeah. David, I cannot imagine David be like, yo,
Dude,
add me on
I had a
MySpace.
little
I
faux hawk. I
never-
had an Element shirt. It was rad. I look good.
I never
Yo,
got
I
into
wish I knew
MySpace.
you when
Faux
you were
hawk.
like our age and stuff like that.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, sorry.
Making me feel at home here.
He's
I wish I was
old.
young like the young people.
He doesn't even need FaceApp. He's
Yeah, right?
already old.
Yo, stop. You're not that old.
No, I'm not that old. I'm really not that old.
You're like 12 and a half.
But yeah,
Times 2. I'm turning 25 next month.
Oh my gosh. So we're
When's
gonna
our
do
birthday special?
Yo,
Hey.
birthday
Hey.
special.
For all of you who want to
Congratulations, David,
know,
for
my
being
birthday
old.
is August 22nd. So send me gifts, send me money, send me
why
it
are
all.
you releasing this private information? We're talking about
My
privacy.
social security
concerns.
number is 7777. Just kidding.
Isn't that cab number 7777? Call dial 7 or whatever.
I think so.
Oh
a cab
my
number.
god, your headset is NYT7. Oh my god.
Illuminati.
Serendipitous.
Illuminati. We need to leave.
They're listening, bro. They're listening.
Anyway,
They wanted you to say that.
The
Yeah, I
Russians,
mean-
bro. It's the Russians.
just this
It's the Reds.
I think this is a good thing overall. The fact that
What
these
the old,
privacy
the old face thing? I think it's pretty cool.
I
too.
think not just the trend, but I think the fact that the privacy concerns are coming up in a trend that a lot of people are participating in is
too
very
late, really.
is very good for public awareness because I mean obviously now a lot of people are starting to hold these big tech companies accountable, and that's a great thing for us, for consumers. So companies like the one that runs FaceApp, companies like Facebook that owns Instagram and runs Instagram and Facebook.
I didn't even know that.
Facebook owns
I
Instagram.
did not do my homework today.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Lord.
don't
Come
know
on,
anything.
guys. Come on.
I gotta
I
read on
feel
Russian
like I'm
policy
so
and hacking.
behind in the world.
Facebook bought Instagram years ago.
Good for them.
No,
I
not
feel
good
like
for
I
them.
maybe did
Shout
know
out to
that.
Zuckerberg.
I mean, good for them, not good for us. But Zuckerberg is a lizard person. I'm sorry.
All
Okay,
right,
first
all
of
right,
all,
enough.
he's an android.
Enough shenanigans.
But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that these are coming.
Yeah.
These privacy concerns are coming to light because it'll be good for us consumers in the long run. Hopefully, if policies go into place that protect us more, like Europe did with the GDPR. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
Now
with
you're
that.
really going above my head here.
Anyway,
Yo,
let's-
I like everything
Shout out. You know what?
just
Bring back
said.
Neopets, and we'll just leave it at that, guys.
I should make another Neopets account.
That's definitely not up anymore.
No, I think it is. I think Neopets is still a thing.
Let's do it, dude.
Yeah, let's not. Okay.
We should
I
make
had that dog one day. I called it Luke. I don't know why.
I don't even know what you
should
guys
make
are
a
talking about.
Neopets?
We should make a
No.
shared Neopets
Maybe I'm like
account.
too young by like
Wait,
a year.
you know what I heard about?
Neopets
Just
going back?
talking about internet culture in general. There's like a new version of like Club Penguin. Like it's the same.
I've heard that.
It's
I've
the
never
same
used
Club
it.
Yo,
Penguin.
everybody like, cause I'm not that young. I'm literally 19. So like people.
She's 16, but we just kind of invited her here.
Yeah, we let her come in.
She bribed us both.
Like she
Yeah.
just kind of finds us.
Yeah.
Every time we're
she has a
here.
fake school ID, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's insane because everybody and their mothers know who I am. No, I'm just kidding. Not really.
But yeah.
All right.
We
You're
gotta-
like,
Cool,
shut
cool,
the heck
cool.
up.
we gotta make a group Neopets. Group
Yeah.
Club Penguin.
I never knew how to do Club Penguin.
Hop back on Friendster.
Club Penguin was amazing.
I never knew how to
Never,
do
yeah.
that. And then
You-
like
what?
I think
I was on
that's like
I was
the
on Webkins. Is that
Yo,
that?
remember?
I didn't have Webkins.
Yeah, Webkins
Did you
fantastic.
did you guys ever like there was like some tweet that like, you know, a couple years like before Twitter was popping or
It
whatever.
was popping.
I don't see the hype.
No,
for
no.
Twitter. Don't.
It's Twitter. If you
Different-
follow the right
different
people,
conversation.
yeah. But
Different
like
conversation.
it used to be like people didn't know how to use Twitter and then they left and then like years later they come back and then it's just like a whole like
The Twitter
different thing.
renaissance.
Yeah. Basically. So
Da
that
Vinci's rolling in his grave right now.
so definitely won't do a Club Penguin because who got that?
We'll hop on RuneScape,
Man.
guys. We'll hop on RuneScape.
I guess Julian will do.
I'm gonna make a Club Penguin.
Yeah, and he'll give his.
it's a club of one.
I'll give
His
my
review.
I'll
Club
give
of
my
one.
my gamer tag out.
Yeah, you could be. You could
My
do
Club
the.
I gave
Penguin
my
gamer tag.
Xbox gamer tag out last episode, which I hopefully
Did
that
you
doesn't-
really?
I did.
Oh,
It's
you
Senator
did.
Contreras.
But you know
I
what was
forgot about
most
that.
wild today at orientation? All the clubs were set up and everything like that, and then like we were sat right next to one of the clubs called Life. Was it? Is
Life,
it Life?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
an-
then
it's an
they had
abbreviation,
Smash
but-
Bros. So all of these
Oh
kids.
yeah, that was tough to compete with. That was tough to compete
it was
with.
We had
very
some
hard.
competition.
Shout out to
compete
them,
with.
first of all. Genius advertising, but yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, great.
I left my Switch at home, I guess. I should have brought it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, they won that battle, definitely for sure. But next week we'll come with a 55-inch 4K. I'll get
we'll
a
just
copy
get-
of the new Avengers film and we'll just pirate that.
No.
and then
We're
people will
gonna
watch.
still come with our lollipops and stuff like that. But
lollipops and Smash.
Yeah, where are your lollipops, life?
Yeah, yo.
Boom! Where's your hashtag?
Yeah,
So-
we have a hashtag. I am.
Very last thing before we get to our main topic,
The
I
meat
just
and potatoes.
I just want to make our weekly reference to John Wick.
Oh,
Shout
but
out
first of all,
shout out to Keanu Reeves.
how's your chia pet doing?
Stop. Oh yeah.
I kind of started it.
What does that even mean?
Kinda.
So, like,
that, that thing
That's like
is
me
dead.
saying, oh, I kind of started my
So,
homework,
like,
but like not really.
I kind of fed my kid.
yeah,
I-
I kind of started the project.
Literally, I kind of fed my kid. I don't know where they at right now, but okay.
So-
Elaborate.
So I put the seeds on, but the problem was I think
Already running into problems.
The instructions, the Chia instructions.
So Julian doesn't know how to do simple tasks, but he knows how to do coding.
I've
and all
grown
that good
plants
stuff.
I'll take
before.
that trade.
The instructions that I found were not clear about letting
Is it different language?
the ceramic part dry, so what you have to do, the seeds that they provide you sit them in water, and something in the seeds turns it into like a gel, and then you spread that gel onto the statue.
That is work.
Gee whiz.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
Lord, I'm tired to hear it.
But
Okay,
it's
now
gonna
I get
be-
why it's dead. Okay.
It's gonna be.
fine.
It's not. I'm
Hope
gonna
is still alive. Yeah.
I've barely started.
What was it again?
It's a Bob Ross.
Bob Ross,
Chia
that's
thing.
right.
It's gonna look sick.
I hope so.
If
I want to
Bob
do at the end of the
Ross is
semester.
bald-
I want to see just Bob Ross's head right there.
Yo,
I'm gonna bring it in one day.
If
when it's
Bob
complete.
Ross is bald by the end of the semester, we're coming.
Nothing
for
wrong with
you.
that.
I'm
Nothing wrong with
literally-
that.
There's nothing wrong being bald.
No, I'm saying with the
guys. It's okay.
plant. Okay, first of all, I'm not bald.
Oh my
Jeez
god.
Louise.
I'm just kidding. I thought
You want the knife in my back? By any chance?
I really thought you were making the reference.
All
So
right.
I was just gonna
Shout
go.
out to the baldies out there.
All right.
Yeah,
If you
I'm
guys
just gonna-
don't listen, like watch the YouTube videos, and you guys just listen to the podcast.
Choose your next words carefully. Where's this going now? Where's this going?
Oh, what's it called? David isn't bald.
I'm not bald.
He's
No,
not
he's not
bald.
bald.
I buzzed my head.
He
I
just
like it that
buzzed
way.
it. He just
I
shaves it
I
himself.
buzzed my head yesterday.
Yeah.
That's
Freshly
awesome.
buzzed. Freshly
A fresh
buzzed.
cut. Okay. I like it. I like it.
But yeah.
So he's not bald. Sorry.
One of
guys.
these days, I'm literally gonna be standing.
I'm like Mr. Clean out here.
I'm gonna be standing on the train with the Bob Ross Chia pet in my hand,
Hey, nice pet you got there. Bro.
and people are going to stare.
How
People are
long
going
is
to
it?
stare.
I mean,
Bro,
how
dude.
long is it? How old is it?
Remember when we did that short film last year with the drug bust thing?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
That
I
was
literally had a
good.
duffel bag of
Right.
like a fake cocaine kilo, a wad of cash, and like duct tape.
I forgot
So it was
about that.
very. If I'd have been stopped, I'd be like, "Listen, it's a movie, I swear."
Oh my God! Imagine.
I literally saved the picture. I can show it to you.
So there were props, obviously.
Yeah,
They were props,
they
but
were
they could
props.
definitely be taken the
Not
wrong
legit.
way.
Yeah, and people will be like, okay, so this person.
Oh yeah, dude. Look at that.
That looks like you
Um,
just.
A kilo, wad of cash,
we-
and duct tape,
we-
and,
Actually,
and,
no,
and a beanie.
We shouldn't put that on screen because
Yeah,
that'll look bad.
That's sad.
So just use your imagination, folks.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just a bag with some stuff that isn't supposed to be in that bag.
No,
so.
it's a bag of movie props. It's all it is.
Yeah,
it was flour. It was
was
flour.
literally
It was
flour.
unpasteurized flour.
Yeah.
I
But,
love how you throw the unpasteurized.
Yeah, thank you ShopRite for the unpasteurized
Very,
flour.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, please.
we're about ready to start, but just make sure you go watch the John Wick series. Shout out to Keanu Reeves.
Parabellum.
Ow, I still haven't
love-
watched that movie.
Love
Number
John
two.
Wick
Number two.
so much, so much.
Amen.
If whoever can relate to
Keanu
me.
Reeves, please come on the show.
Keanu,
We'll go to you.
you know what Keanu is?
We'll take
he's
these
he's
stands.
breathtaking.
Breathtaking.
Keanu
All
Reeves. You're breathtaking.
Oh, we
Okay.
love the love.
All right.
Enough with the memes.
Now, on to the next topic. First of all, how was your trip?
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So describe to us what this conference
All
How
right,
was the
was.
so
lovely town
I'll
of Minnesota treat you?
Basically
The town of-
explain
it's a
my
state.
whole experience. Well, first of all, the night before I left, we were here recording,
Yes,
and
we
we were
were.
here until 10
Minnesota.
o'clock at night for you guys and for us too. But so
Mostly because I was late, really.
and then I had to
Yeah.
repack because I packed
Really?
the improper clothes. Yeah, I
Oh
packed
my
like all
God. Was it
suits and
cold?
stuff like that. No, it
Oh.
was hot. It was very hot.
It gets hot
I
in
picture
Minnesota.
Minnesota cold.
Minnesota?
Maybe that's
Yo,
Minnesota.
I really thought Minnesota was gonna be.
I picture, like,
windy,
yeah, that's what I picture,
nice.
yeah.
No, it was a little.
Everybody's playing ice hockey in a
humid.
lake somewhere, you know?
It was a little humid, but it wasn't that bad. So I went to the airport. It was like 5 in the morning.
How was your flight?
I fell asleep, but I fell asleep in a really bad way. So like
Your neck was hurting.
So no, it was
Preach,
so bad.
preach.
The way that I slept in the bed that I slept on, in between everything, and then
Wait a minute. You had a bed on the plane?
I was about to say, you flew first class?
No,
Okay,
I did
okay.
not have a bed on the plane.
Well, to be fair,
I
can you
was-
really sleep comfortably on a plane?
No.
I feel like you could.
I feel like you
Okay,
definitely
but
cannot.
if you guys are watching the YouTube, and this is basically
watching.
how I was I sat on the plane. I was like this.
There, people listening are just
I'll give
gonna
her.
hear a lot
I'll give
of
him the play-by-play.
With
Okay.
my- okay,
She just
yeah.
crossed her right leg over her left leg, very high, resting her left
then-
and right elbow on her.
Oh,
that looks
that looks
so uncomfortable.
terrible.
What? That's how you slept?
So that's how
She
I slept.
essentially slept in like a cocoon of this weird, just
I twisted all my hands and my legs to kind of go because I had the window seat.
Oof,
But
You know, like
I can't
you
do the window.
You know, like so
It
for,
was scary.
for the
Can't do
people
the window.
listening, you know, like when a spider dies and it like balls up. That's what Nikki looked like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nikki, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Ms. Miranda.
All right, continue, please.
All right, and then I I landed, and then trying to get
Did you
out
get
of
food in the plane?
no, I was asleep the whole
Good,
time.
Good, better that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
you missed the food.
Oh, darn! What a big loss.
Yeah, I
Said
lost.
no one
I
ever.
lost 30
I mean,
bucks.
I like snacks on the plane.
Nah, but you ever
The
have like
snacks-
a meal from a plane?
I've had a meal on
Oh,
an
no.
international flight.
Exactly.
Oh,
Those
we
are
It was
bougie
good.
out here.
I've never had a good.
It was good.
I've
All
always
right,
had
all right,
cold
let's-
All right,
sandwiches.
anyways.
We're not having this argument.
All right,
Shout out
so
to Delta.
no, shut up. So basically,
You flew Delta?
no, I flew United.
Oh, okay.
Oh, United.
Excuse me.
She got the United money.
No,
I-
NYT
NYT
decided
got
to
that
get
Delta
that
money.
United. You know, if you want
Thanks,
to pay my
NYT.
tuition or whatever, it's possible. No, so I went on. I got off and I was trying to figure out like how to. My mom told me to take a taxi, not like an Uber. But
Minnesota?
then, yeah. So I was trying to. I
Are
asked
there
the
any taxis?
wait. Listen to this though.
Are
I was
there?
trying to find a taxi. I was just like, I asked the security guard. I was like, hi, like just wondering like where are like the taxis? Like you know, like I've never taken a taxi, but like after the airport.
You ever taken a taxi?
No, at the like I have, but like not at the
Oh,
airport.
okay.
So like I took it. I was like trying to find it, and then like the lady was like, "Well, we don't really have that, and you have to kind of order that in advance and schedule that." And then
We're
also
too
this
New
isn't
York to the bone.
look. This isn't like New York City, so we don't really have
She
that.
said that?
Yeah, she said this
Rude.
is. I was
Did
just
she
like.
know
None of
you were
your
coming
concern.
from
No,
New
she
York?
didn't know that I was coming from New York City, and I was
I was
just
about
like,
to say, shots
"Oh,
fired. Good
wow!"
Lord.
Like that's literally where I'm coming
She saw
from.
right. No, she probably had an accent maybe.
I don't know, but then
Hey, where the cabs at, huh?
No. No, this is like in Minnesota already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
She
okay.
heard your accent.
But I don't have an accent.
I think
Maybe
we do.
I
We
do.
just don't hear it.
Okay,
That's what-
well,
yeah.
whatever. So basically, then I get to the.
Coffee.
Even when I ordered the Uber, I ordered the Uber to the wrong area, so he had to go. And then the Uber ride, he was in production, so like I told him that like my major was communications media production, and then he starts quizzing me on a bunch of stuff like
Your
what's
Uber driver?
Yes, my Uber driver, and I'm like, oh my god. I
Wait,
don't
what did
even-
he ask?
He
Wait, let
said,
me see if I know
what,
any of
he's
these.
like, what's your favorite? Your 3 favorite movies? Like, what's your 3 least favorite movies? Like, what's your 3
Real
favorite?
original, Mr. Uber
He was
driver.
like, he's like, what's your top 3 favorite commercials? What are your
Favorite
bad commercials?
Commercials.
Wait a
Why
minute.
why are they your bad
Wait,
commercials?
just for the
Actually-
record, what are your top 3 commercials?
Okay, the very first commercial that always pops into my head is that Gum commercial of like it's like a love story, and it's just like
Oh,
wise
the extra
men.
commercials.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
one.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, that one, the one
I
that he
remember
ends
that
up
one.
proposing to her, I cry
Those are
every
pretty good.
single time because
One
that
of-
just gets me.
One of my favorite commercials right now is the TD Bank commercial where like the guy is he's in the bank alone and there's a song playing. Like if you've seen the commercial, you know what song I'm talking about. But like
think.
he's in the bank alone and he like pops up and like looks around and makes sure no one's around and he starts dancing like in the
I've
middle
never
of the
seen that.
bank and then like a family like comes to their like appointment with
Yeah.
him like late and they like see him dancing, so he's like, oh sorry guys, you were late, and he was like, no, it's fine, no worries. But like if you've seen the commercial, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll show you
Shout
guys
out to
after.
TD Bank.
I'll show you. Thanks
Yeah.
TD
Let's
Bank.
stop giving shout outs.
I want that
so
sponsorship, baby. That TD Bank money.
After the
Yeah, so
Cocoon
I-
flight and the Uber ride.
Yeah, so
After
then
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire ride.
I didn't. Okay, so since NYT is a small campus and we're in the city, it's not like these campuses in different states and all this stuff.
We
Literally,
got quality over quantity.
yeah.
baby.
So I'm driving. Well, like I'm not driving, but I'm in the car, and then I'm passing by like a bunch of buildings. It's already the University of Minnesota. That's where I went. Thank you for having me. And then I'm passing by the stadium. The stadium is huge, like a football stadium. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this must be awesome, like being in the stands. And I was like, low-key, I'm like, wow, I wish I came here. But I'm like, okay, we'll see. So then I'm like, my Uber driver has to drive me to one specific place closest to where my dorms are. But then I ended up walking like a really long time from like a corner of one like side of the school to like deep into the residence halls, and then I get there, I get ready, and then I go to eat. Then I actually met these guys like on the way
That's
to
right, you told me
the
about this,
lecture.
yeah.
I met these lovely 4 guys from California State Fullerton. They're awesome.
Shout out to Cal State Fullerton.
So I met these guys, and we ended up going to the opening lecture, and then 2 of the main guys I was with the whole time because they were in my section for organizational leadership. So I spent the most time with them, and we went to lectures all 3-4 days. And
How were they?
It was it was awesome.
Educational
Like I learned
experience.
so much.
Cool.
Like I have so many new
all about that
ideas.
learning here.
I'm not gonna expose it yet on the podcast because we're
She's
just
saving
gonna,
it. She's saving it, guys.
we're saving
She's
it
saving
out
it.
here. But just know
Saving
that
the
I'm
goods.
so excited for the paper. I keep saying that I'm so excited, and I'm probably so annoying. But like things like this get me so excited. So excited. Anyways, so I had.
We're both just sitting here, just like yes, we're excited. We're excited as well. Yes, we're
Yes,
excited
quite.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so during the day we went to the lectures, and then at night, the first night, we got milkshakes, but then like also we were gonna go to like this like on campus bar, but since I'm not,
Wait, on campus.
yeah, there's
bar?
an on campus bar.
What?
Excuse me.
Right? No, but it's crazy because it's like
I
a
put
small
that bar
little
out of business in
town.
a week.
It's like a small little town inside of this in the school, this university.
It's like
Weird.
it's like a university town.
Yeah, it's like a legit university.
Okay.
So then, after we got milkshakes, then we were gonna go to this bar place that like serves wings. And some bars you can like go in if like you're not drinking, but literally the first guy there had like a walkie-talkie and was just like he
breaker.
Yeah. So I was just
we
like.
got a minor incoming.
Yeah. So I was just like, all right, guys, I'll see you later. And I was really tired at that point, so I went back into my dorms, and then I knocked out until like
And
the
she
next.
downed a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Shut up, no. And then but then the next 2 nights we went downtown and like downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, and it was awesome.
I'm sure, yeah.
It was awesome for Minnesota, obviously not compared to like the city. It was very empty because not a lot of people were there. Like there's no tourists or anything like that. Everybody and. Not a lot of people are out at night.
I'm sure it's a gorgeous town, though.
So it was nice.
Shout out to the Timberwolves.
It was a different experience. Sometimes, like at a certain points, I'm like, wow, people like actually live in Minnesota.
You think it was a desolate state just sitting there with nobody there?
I don't know.
Hello!
Yeah, I know. And they're obviously like well known.
Just the
like
sports
that.
teams just live there, and that's literally
But it was cool. All the lectures that I went to gave me a lot of information, so I'm really, really grateful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and not only did I get like a bunch of new ideas for the podcast, I got it for like the paper, and like how to recruit, how to deal with the kids that are going to be in the class, obviously, and the proper ways to run, like to be a leader. So definitely going to use all of that and bring it into the paper, into the podcast, and we're just going to have
Just
like
gonna bring
a
a business card first day, like, all right, guys,
yeah,
here
no.
you go.
But when I was the last night I was there and I was like leaving the guys from like Cal State, I was so sad because like they were genuinely nice guys. Like a lot, like I feel like it's kind of sort of hard to come by nowadays in a way.
Meet like genuinely.
Yeah, genuinely like nice guys. Like as a girl though, because
this is where our opinions drop.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
This is where we disconnect.
I'm just reaching out to the little ladies that can.
We just can't like
because
understand
we don't have
what.
that
because
point of
okay,
view,
I'm
yeah.
not saying I'm not coming like from like a cocky way or for anything like that.
Wow, the balls on this lady.
Yeah, no, but like usually like guys
No,
are
of
like
course.
it was like calm.
Hey,
but
boys.
it was nice, and we had like a really good time, and I really got to know them. And
Yeah, that's always
like,
cool, like,
we were
just
able to like relate.
meeting people
Nothing like a
you
nice, nothing like a kind stranger.
And it was crazy because they literally lived 3,000 miles away
It's
on the
crazy.
other side of the USA. So it was nice to
California's
see that
great.
and one of the guys, Alex, he
Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to
Thank you very much,
Alex, Jordan, Nathan, and Ernest.
Yes, all those
Definitely
names.
send them this so they can. See
No,
their
definitely.
show
I already
notes.
sent them like the trailer,
Okay,
and
sick.
I hope they liked it.
But can we say that what our plans are with them, or
Let's save that.
All right.
Let's save that.
We'll save it for
put
next
it down.
time. Yeah. So basically, when I was talking to Alex, he was telling me that he watches YouTubers in New York City, and I was just like, what? Like I watch
Whoa.
YouTubers in
that's what I'm
California.
saying. I didn't even know there are any
Wait,
bloggers in New York City.
You know
Yeah,
what? You know what's crazy?
What?
Speaking of that, and like it's weird because we're talking about New York and California now.
You're a
Casey
blogger.
Neistat just moved to California.
No way.
Wait, I thought he was
Casey
already in
Neistat.
California.
No.
I kind of assume that all
No,
bloggers
he-
live in LA.
Yeah, literally.
Well, yeah, but
San
Casey
Bernardino or
was
something?
like he was an OG like New
Oh yeah,
York
no,
vlogger.
that's OG YouTube.
And like going on a tangent here, I understand why he moved to California. He has 3 kids now, and it's
Better
hard.
watch what you say about my state here. Right?
It's hard raising a family in Manhattan because he lived.
I definitely want to
He
do
lived
that,
in
though.
he lived in Tribeca,
Oh, okay.
so
It's a nice area.
it's a nice area, but it's also
Okay.
hard
Shout out to De Niro.
raising like
Yeah, kid.
an infant in Tribeca.
Yeah,
so I can understand it. We're gonna miss him. New York mourns for the loss of Casey Neistat.
Yeah, I'll miss his jogging and his longboard videos.
I never got to see him while he was here. I never saw him running.
Never did I.
He's like always around town. He was always around town on like his boosted board. I never got to see him.
That's crazy. But yeah, so
come on the show, please.
come back,
Casey. If you see this, we love you.
Yeah,
Mr. Neistat, please. Neistat.
Mr. Neistat.
Yes.
I'm dead. Yeah, so it was a good time. Met the lovely guys. They were awesome. I miss them already. I'm gonna cry. It's awesome. But Minnesota's not for me. Minnesota's definitely not for me.
We're a couple of New York.
Yeah,
New York guys.
all the way.
It's cool to explore. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, no, but
no.
I want to definitely keep exploring, like going to different states and seeing how it is. I definitely want to take a visit to like California because it seems
California's
so
awesome. You guys been to California?
No, I've never been.
Humble brag.
Been.
California's great. I don't mean to blow in your face.
I want to go to California and I want to run into David Dobrik and you know
California's a pretty big state.
Man,
So.
if I ever run, David Dobrik was literally just in New York City and
I missed him.
Yeah, we just
Darn.
He could have gave me a car.
Darn.
I know.
What if you got me like a Tesla or something?
Yeah, when people like when I say like because I don't really watch YouTubers except for like Bretman Rock and like David Dobrik and like Nikita Dragon.
I know one of those three people.
Yeah.
David, I heard David.
Yeah, David Dobrik is definitely
he was
the
a
one
viner,
that I
think,
keep.
right?
Yeah, he was a viner, so it was funny.
Keep up.
But thanks for keeping up. But definitely my whole
still watch Epic Mealtime, huh?
in Minnesota was awesome. I'm very grateful that NYT sent me out as their newest editor-in-chief of the paper. Check my LinkedIn because I posted some pictures. If you want to know, then
I saw that.
Yeah, you liked it. Yeah. I was just like, yay! I got like 3 likes.
I saw that.
Yeah,
that
so it was awesome. Excited. What else to be said? Nothing really. I don't want to.
That was the food.
Share.
I want to reveal.
Food. I actually
what is Minnesota known for?
I had. I know Wisconsin is known for cheese.
But that's not Wisconsin.
Twin Cities? I don't know. All right, no. But I had Chick-fil-A the first day, and then the second day I had Chick-fil-A again, and then.
I don't know Chick-fil-A.
I had Chick-fil-A, and then I had Chick-fil-A,
and then the last day I had Chick-fil-A, but late.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. My mom asked if I was eating. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Not healthy, but I'm eating.
I think so. Yeah, I am eating, but definitely like the lectures though. There like we had panels in the morning, and they talked about there was a panel about podcasts and about like mission podcasts and
just take the mic. Hey guys, how you doing? I have a podcast.
You took notes.
Yeah, I took notes.
Okay,
and then I also like took down like their website so then we can like maybe listen to them. It was more like murder podcasts and like all like
those
that.
Those are
like
popular. My favorite murder.
Like talking about cases.
Yeah, talking about cases.
I love those things.
I actually there's one podcast that I really like.
That is about that.
They actually made I think it was an HBO special about it.
Really?
It was called The Case of Adnan Syed, I think it was called. It was based off of a podcast called Serial.
Isn't Serial like really well known?
Yeah.
It's like one of like the first like podcasts like that to be out there.
It was. I haven't finished it yet, but it was really, really good.
Yeah, I want to start listening to those because those they made it sound really cool.
It hooks you in. Like not only is it just like not only is the case itself interesting, but they do a good job of like making the story interesting.
Nothing like a good murder mystery.
I don't want to be scared.
Nothing like a good murder mystery.
It's not really scary. It's just kind of like suspenseful.
Oh, well, that's not even better.
But very cool. So it sounds like your conference was a success.
Yes, I got a lot of more confidence and reassurance of my job, so that's good. So I can bring that into the classroom and anywhere else that I'm going to be located at. So I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
You're excited. We're excited.
Yeah, definitely. It was awesome at orientation. Like that one kid that he was like telling me that, like me being so excited made him excited. And I was like, stop! Why are you hyping me up? But yeah, so
always good to see.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. You were memorable.
I love you.
So yeah, I mean,
he was like, So,
I mean, this has been a pretty big week for all of us. I mean,
I worked literally every single day, and I worked tomorrow.
You were out of state. You came back. You worked.
No, it was so bad. From like, and then when I went back on to the flight to Jersey, I slept in the same position, but this time I don't know why, but maybe it was a different plane. But I slept in the same position because
you know what? It was pretty bad last time, but maybe this time it'll be awesome.
Let me try it again.
Take two.
I was so tired, and because I didn't go to bed until like 2:30 in the morning or 3, and then like I had to be out of the university by like 5. So it was like a lot. And then so like my head was like all the way back. And then also I didn't know that Minnesota is on a different time.
I was literally about to ask you that.
I did time traveling for the first time.
You were behind, right?
1 hour. I was time traveling, you guys.
Marty McFly over here. Yeah.
That's gonna be our title. Nicole time travel. No, I'm kidding.
I actually you know what? That's our title.
Nicole time travels. Yeah. So
that's how we do it. We just once we say it
on the fly.
Boom.
We do it.
Boom. So Nicole time traveled 1 hour back.
That's always sunny.
When
gang time travels.
When I landed, my girlfriends were like, "Oh, like did you wait, I don't even know. Right. No, we were basically
just
talking about it.
Paraphrase.
We were basically talking about how like the hours like is 1 hour behind, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And like they were describing it, and they were like making fun of me. They're like, yeah, so you like went through a loophole, and like you went through a black hole, and that's why
Interstellar all of a sudden.
Yeah. They like tell me all of this, and obviously I'm not believing them. I'm like acting like as if I'm stupid, and I'm like, all right, guys.
Oh my God, we fell into a black hole.
Was
I asleep? Oh my God.
Nicole time travel.
Is that why I fell asleep? That's crazy.
Is that why I suffered 3 hours, but actually 2 hours only went by? But yeah, so then on my flight back, I slept in the same position, and then this time
traveled again.
Time traveled ahead.
Then Doc Brown got there in his DeLorean, and it was wild, man.
And then my head this time went all the way back, so
that's because you were time traveling in the other direction.
Yeah,
so.
You get whiplash from time traveling. Yeah.
My head hurted, and then I went to work the next day on Monday.
Oh my!
No, actually, when I landed, I went to my mom's house, and I had to like get some stuff from her house and move it to like my place. So I had to go 3 flights up a stairs with a bunch of stuff, and I was like trying to carry it, and it hurt so bad, but you know I got there. And then I like went to bed, and then the next day I had work, and then the last hour of work, I'm a very like upbeat, like pumped like person. I'm never yeah, sorry
really
guys.
Get out of town.
I know, if you guys didn't know, now you know. But the last hour and a half, the pain in my back was unbearable. Like I wanted to cry, and I was so serious.
Sounds like you need like life alert.
Yeah, my boss was like saying like, "Oh, look alive," and I'm like, man, I'm
you
just
look alive. Mind your business.
Man, I want to sleep.
He was like, because in the beginning of the day, in the morning, I was just like, yo, my back hurts, and I'm like 12, and then at the end of the day, I'm like saying how like my back hurts. He's just like, you're fine, you're like 12, and I'm like, all right, take that joke out right now, because my back hurts real bad. And then I got home, it was 6:30, and I didn't wake up until 6:30 the next morning. And yeah.
Damn.
So
I fell into a small coma.
I knocked out. I was exhausted from not only like being up for so long, traveling,
making up lost time. I hear you.
Yeah. And I didn't have anything to do, obviously. So I knocked out.
Use that time wisely.
It wasn't exhaustion. It was actually time travel sickness.
Yeah. It was time. Jet lag.
That happens all the time.
Your body had to like resync.
That's jet lag. If you want to be bougie. Yeah. Is
your
it?
atoms are still kind of.
Yeah, like they're in a different place, so they gotta catch up.
Yeah. So that happened, but now I'm feeling better. If you guys were wondering, my back is feeling better, sort of. But
I was keeping me up last night.
Yeah,
I was concerned.
Nikki's back.
Man, I gotta find out.
Tomorrow I'm gonna go.
Nikki, I'm sorry, I just can't get it in my head. How are you doing?
I told my mom, and she's like, "Oh my god, like I didn't know it was that bad." She's like, "Tomorrow, it's like Friday, we'll go and like give you a massage," because for the longest time I wanted a massage.
I want a massage.
Like I think I do a lot of work.
Really? I've never had a great massage.
I've never had a massage.
I've had like half a massage.
I had my mom massage my feet.
They use they were like, oh, like how do you want to like hard on your back? I was like, yeah, it'll probably help my back. I was bruised for like 3 days, way too much. I'm just like, oh.
You can like sue them.
I was past it.
Let's not catch that case, but definitely feeling better now. So great, you know.
Hooray!
Yay!
Now we can we can start training for our marathon now.
Yeah.
Back to my upbeat, and it's funny because like when I come in the mornings like for work, I'm like, so what's up, guys? Like, hey guys, and they're all looking at me like, I need my coffee. What drugs are you on?
Hold on.
And like,
give me a minute.
I'm always like, using my hands to speak. So it's just like, they're like, are you okay?
No, I talk a lot.
You both with your hands, yeah.
As
Mamma Mia,
as indicated in our podcast trailer in episode 1, I talk a lot
you're a magician,
with my hands. Like they're out here.
Is this your card?
It's
or
crazy.
Is this your card?
But yeah,
It'd be like that.
it's been a busy week.
Next
but
week
we're
is
looking
just gonna be
forward to
busier.
it. So we're gonna wrap up for episode 2 of Manhattan's
All good
Voice.
things must come to an end.
We're gonna do one more quick plug for our website,
Bang, bang.
Manhattan's Voice Simplecast.
Don't forget that hyphen.
You'll find that link somewhere. It'll probably
Don't
be on our
type out
website
hyphen, by
very
the way.
soon.
It's a hyphen symbol.
Yeah, it's a symbol.
Just in case.
Don't do that. We're on Spotify now. Search Manhattan's Voice on Spotify.
That is so cool.
Episode 1 will be up at the time of this recording, and this episode will be up Friday, July 19th.
Whoop whoop.
So you'll see that very soon.
We'll keep you posted
When's July
on our
19th?
Apple
that's
stuff and our
tomorrow.
Google stuff.
Oh, July 19th is tomorrow, guys.
We'll
if
keep you guys
didn't know.
posted on once we get on Apple or Google.
Yes, Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts are coming soon.
You already know all our Instagrams.
If you want to watch, again, all these episodes will be on our YouTube channel.
Make sure to follow our Instagram. Give us a like. Follow us all.
Yep.
Wow, it's Julian.
subscribe.
Wow, it's Julian. Senor Contreras.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, freak. My name is NIC Miranda 28, and it's long because I had to change it from Nikki.
Flawlessly done.
I
Cool.
don't go by
Very
Nikki
nice.
no more.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
So, yeah, follow...
The era for Nikki is over.
Follow Manhattan's Voice _pod
Yes, sir.
on Instagram.
Manhattan's Voice.
Follow us
_ pod.
individually if you'd like to. And
Feel free to use our hashtag. Hashtag I am Manhattan's Voice.
Yeah, and reach out if you want to be on the podcast. We're always looking for guests.
Please,
Yes,
please,
yes,
please.
yes.
And
If you see us on campus or if you see us at orientation, please don't hesitate
Just
to say hello,
wave,
Yeah.
say hi.
dap
what's
us up,
poppin'.
give us a hug, kiss Julian, whatever.
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
Not every. It's only limited.
I'm
switches.
open to it, but we'll see.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
Thank you very
Later,
much.
We
skaters.
are Manhattan's Voice, and you guys are too. So,
Yeah. See you next time.
bye.
Bang, bang.
You guys. Whoop.
Cut.
All right.
My ears are sweaty.
Yeah, okay.